This is day 2, the power of prayer. Prayer is one of the most powerful yet deeply personal practices we can embrace. It doesn't necessarily have to have a religious connotation. Rather, it can be a form of a mental calmness and mindfulness. Whether you approach it with faith, hope, or even just curiosity, prayer has the ability to center us, transform our perspectives, and connect us with something greater than ourselves. Today, as I reflect on the power of prayer, I want to share how this practice has shaped my journey, brought clarity in times of confusion, and offered comfort when I needed it the most. The purpose of this blog entry is to walk through the first and most significant tool that I use to help keep me on track during my 365-day commitment journey, and that is prayer. It is the foundation that keeps me grounded, focused, and motivated as I navigate each day of this year-long commitment. The simplicity of prayer. The beauty of prayer lies in its simplicity. It doesn't require grand words or formal settings. It's a conversation from the heart. It can be as small as a whispered thought or as intentional as a dedicated time of stillness. What I've learned is that prayer is less about the right words and more about the willingness to open up, to express gratitude, to release worries, and to ask for guidance when the way forward seems unclear. It is important to not overthink this and make it complicated. I prefer to keep this to myself, keeping this a secret, and not to become too theatrical. This is not a show or a demonstration of how awesome you are at being spiritual. This is an exercise to help you remain grounded and focused on the correct things. You can start and end each day with prayer. One of the practices that has been the most impactful for me is starting each day with a prayer. The moment I wake up, I take a few minutes to center my mind back on the primary objectives and review the core commitments I have made in order to reach that objective. This morning prayer helps me align my intentions for the day and reminds me of the purpose behind my actions. It's a way to focus my energy and prepare myself mentally and emotionally for whatever challenges may come my way. By taking this time first thing in the morning, I find myself more centered, more intentional, and better equipped to handle the unexpected. Equally important is how I close out each day, with an evening wrap-up prayer. This is a time for me to reflect on the day, to evaluate how I did, and to think about how I might do better tomorrow. It's also a way of giving myself permission to shut the day off, to close the book on what has happened, and to allow myself not to dwell on my shortcomings and my failures. This evening prayer practice serves as a reminder to let go of any self-criticism and instead focus on the opportunities that tomorrow holds. The connection between morning and evening prayers is crucial for maintaining consistency and progress in your commitments. You can find strength through prayer. Throughout my life, I've seen how prayer can be a source of strength, not because it magically solves all problems, but because it helps align my heart with a deeper sense of peace and purpose. It creates a space where I can surrender control, listen quietly, and find reassurance that I am not alone. Listening is a key part of prayer. If you do not believe in God, that is fine, but you can still listen. If a thought comes to your mind, ponder that for a while. Consider the idea. Another aspect is the willingness to change. If you are heading down a path and then during a prayer session you feel strongly about another path, do not ignore that prompting. Listen carefully and do not drown this precious flow of ideas out with your own incessant rambling. This practice of listening and being willing to change helps ensure that our actions align with our values and intentions, providing clarity and direction even when you're in challenging situations. An invitation to prayer. For everyone reading this or listening to this today, I encourage you to try it. Even if it's just a few moments of quiet reflection, set aside just a few minutes each morning and evening for prayer or a quiet reflection. This small commitment can make a big difference in how you feel and approach your day. Prayer isn't about perfection, it's about presence. Whatever your beliefs, taking the time to open your heart can be a powerful way to find hope and connection in the midst of life's challenges. This small commitment can make a big difference in how you feel and approach your day. Prayer isn't about perfection, it's about, presence. Remember the time when you said to yourself, I would do anything to get something important. Whether it was success, happiness, or peace of mind, prayer can be that anything you choose to do. This practice can be the difference between staying on track and losing sight of your goals. By dedicating time each day to this process, you reinforce your commitment and remind yourself of what truly matters. If this is all it took to achieve your goals, would you do it?